Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn applications of vectors to three-dimensional geometry. Application of vectors to three-dimensional geometry. So here we are going to learn different forms of equation of a straight line. So a straight line can be uniquely fixed if a point on the straight line and the direction of the straight line are given. This is the first form. And second form, 2 points on the straight line are given. So, to find the equation of a straight line in vector form, an arbitrary point P is taken. And the position vector of P is OP vector, which is taken as R vector. On this is taken and the relation satisfied by R vector is obtained by using the conditions. So, this is called as vector equation. So, vector equation there are of two types. One is parametric vector equation, other one is non-parametric vector equation. So, parametric vector equation means equation which has parameters. So, parameters are nothing but constants like S, T, all those lambda, mu, all are called parameters. So, vector equation with parameters are called parametric vector equation. Vector equation with no parameters are called as non-parametric vector equation. So, now we will see a theorem on this. So, theorem 6.11. So, the theorem is the vector equation of a straight line passing through a fixed point with position vector A vector and parallel to a given vector B vector is R vector is equal to A vector plus TB vector. So, the diagram is this three-dimensional, therefore, we have x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, x, y and z we have because it is three-dimensional. So, O is the origin of vectors. So, consider a straight line L. So, A is a point on it. So, A is a point on the line and OA vector is equal to A vector and P is a point on the line with position vector R vector. So, OP vector is equal to R vector and consider a line which is parallel to this and that is taken, a vector which is parallel to this is taken as B vector. So, now we will see the proof. We will see the proof of the theorem. So, A vector is the position vector of the point A. So, OA vector is equal to A vector and R vector is a position vector of the arbitrary point. So, R vector is OP vector on the straight line. Then, so what about AP vector? So, this is P. So, what about AP vector? O is the origin of vectors. O is the origin of vectors. So, AP vector is equal to OP vector minus OA vector. So it is equal to R vector minus A vector. So what about here we have AP is parallel to B vector. AP is parallel to B vector. Therefore, AP vector is equal to TB vector. That is, one vector can be written as the linear combination of the other vector when two vectors are parallel. Therefore, AB vector is equal to TB vector. So, what is AP vector? R vector minus A vector. OP minus OA. So, R vector minus A vector is equal to TB vector. So, R vector is equal to A vector plus TB vector. So, this is the vector equation of a straight line passing through a point and parallel to a vector in the parametric form. So, now we will see the non-parametric form. Non-parametric. So, non-parametric means equation which has no parameters. Okay, so AP vector is parallel to B vector. Therefore, when two vectors are parallel, we know that cross product is equal to 0. So, AP vector cross B vector is equal to 0. Now, AP vector is OP vector minus OA vector. So, R vector minus A vector cross B vector is equal to 0. So, this is the non-parametric form. So, next we will see the Cartesian form. Cartesian form of the equation. So, we have R vector is equal to A vector plus TB vector. So, let R vector is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and A vector is equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and B vector is equal to b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. Therefore, we have xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap is equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap plus t into b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. So, now we can take the first term from the right hand side to the left hand side. So, it can be written as combining, it can be written as x minus x1 into I cap plus y minus y1 into j cap plus z minus z1 into k cap is equal to t into b1 I cap plus b2 j cap plus b3 k cap. So, now comparing the coefficients. Comparing the coefficients of I cap, j cap and k cap, we have x minus x1 is equal to tb1. Then y minus y1 is equal to tb2. Z minus z1 is equal to tb3. So, from this we get x minus x1 by b1 is equal to t, y minus y1 by b2 is equal to t, and z minus z1 by b3 is equal to t. So, all are equal to t. Therefore, we have x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by b3 is equal to t. And this is the Cartesian form of a straight line passing through a point and parallel to a given vector. And this B1, B2, B3, B1, B2 and B3 are called as the direction ratios. They are called as the direction ratios. Okay, so since the direction cosines of a line are proportional to direction ratios of the line, so if L and N are the direction cosines, then the Cartesian equation of the line will become as x minus x1 by L is equal to y minus y1 by M is equal to z minus z1 by N, where L, M, N are the direction cosines. Okay, this is a remark given in your book. And remember that if B1, B2, B3 are 0, it does not mean that we are dividing by 0, but it means that the corresponding numerator is 0. So that is, if B1 is not equal to 0, B2 is not equal to 0 and B3 equal to 0 say, then what do you have? X1 minus, x minus x1 x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by 0. So, it means that the numerator is 0. So, this also can be written as x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 and comma z minus z1 is equal to 0. So, remember this, we will be using in doing problems. And then we know that the direction cosines of x-axis, direction cosines, DCS in short we can write like this. So, DCS of x-axis. So, direction cosines of x-axis are 1, 0, 0. So, therefore, the equation of x-axis is x minus 0 by 1 is equal to y minus 0 by 0 is equal to z minus 0 by 0. Therefore, we have x is equal to t, y equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. So, this is the direction cosines of x-axis when they are 1, 0, 0. So, similarly, we have for y-axis. So, for y-axis it will be 0, 1, 0. So, similarly, when we take like this, what do you get? X is equal to 0, we get y is equal to t and z is equal to 0. So, similarly, when you go for z-axis, it will be 0, 0, 1 and therefore, x is equal to 0, y equal to 0 and z is equal to t. So, this all we will be using in doing problems. So, next we will go to theorem 6.12. Theorem 6.12. So, the statement is the parametric form of a vector equation of a line passing through two given points whose position vectors are a vector and b vector is given by r vector is equal to 1 minus t into a vector plus, sorry, so it's other form. So r vector is equal to a vector plus t into b vector minus a vector. So this is the vector equation of a straight line passing through 2 points a vector whose position vectors are a vector and b vector. This we can also write it as r vector is equal to 1 minus t into a vector plus tb vector. This formula we can use when doing problems so that we can take the vector and write as it is. In the first form we have to subtract and write, but here we can write as it is. So the second form is better to use in a problem. So first we will see so this is the vector equation in parametric form. Vector equation in parametric form is this. So what about the diagram? X axis, y axis and z axis. So this is x, y and z. So we have a straight line. So 3 points 2 points A and B, and P is an arbitrary point. So P we take it as x, y, z. A we take it as x1, y1, z1, and B we take it as x2, y2 and z2. So OA is A vector, OP is R vector and OB is B vector. So this is the position vectors. So O is the origin of vectors. So the given one is the vector equation in the parametric form. So what about the non-parametric vector equation? So this is parametric. So now we will see the non-parametric vector equation. So non-parametric form, that is the above equation can be written as, the first one can be written as r vector minus a vector is equal to t into b vector minus a vector. So r vector minus a vector is equal to this. So we say that they are parallel. Therefore, it can be taken as r vector minus a vector. When they are parallel, the cross product is equal to 0. So r vector minus a vector cross b vector minus a vector is equal to 0. So this is a non-parametric form. So non-parametric form equation is written without parameters. Then we'll go to the Cartesian form. Cartesian form, same as we did in the first one. Here we have r vector is equal to a vector plus t into b vector minus a vector. Therefore, here consider r vector is equal to xi cap plus yj cap plus zk cap, and a vector is equal to x1 I cap plus x2 j cap plus x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and b vector is equal to x2 I cap plus y2 j cap plus z2 k cap. Here a vector and b vector are the 2 points, position vector of the 2 points. Therefore, we take it as x1 y1 z1 and x2 y2 z2. So as we did in the previous one, that is theorem 6.11, what this becomes? So x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap is equal to x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap plus t into x2 minus x1 into I cap plus y2 minus y1 into j cap plus z2 minus z1 into k cap. So, this can be written as x minus x1 into I cap plus y minus y1 into j cap plus z minus z1 into k cap is equal to t into x2 minus x1 I cap plus y2 minus y1 j cap plus z2 minus z1 k cap. So, comparing the coefficients of I cap, j cap, k cap, same as the previous one. What we have, x minus x1 is equal to x2 t into x2 minus x1. So, we have x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to t. So, what else we have? Same way, y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to t, and z minus z1 by z2 minus z1 is equal to t. So, finally, we get x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 by z2 minus z1 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So, this is the Cartesian form of a equation of a straight line passing through 2 points whose position vectors are a vector and b vector. Okay, here we observe that the direction ratios of a line passing through the 2 points are x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. So, these are the direction ratios. So, in short we can write like this: DRS. DCS is direction cosines, DRS is direction ratios. So, they also can be taken as x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. So, these are given by any three numbers proportional to them, and in particular we can also take it as x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2 and z1 minus z2. Okay, R. So, R, it also can be taken like this. Okay, remember all this we will be using in doing problems. So, now coming to example 6.24. Example 6.24. A straight line passes through the point 1, 2, minus 3 and parallel to 4I cap plus 5J cap minus 7K cap. Find vector equation in parametric form, vector equation in non-parametric form and the Cartesian equation of a straight line. So, 3 are asked. So, first we will write the formula. So, what is it in, so first we will write in parametric form. So, first one, parametric. So, parametric form is R vector is equal to A vector plus TB vector. So, what is A vector here? The given point is 1, 2, minus 3. So, I cap plus 2J cap minus 3K cap. and B vector here is 4i cap plus 5j cap minus 7k cap. So therefore, the required equation is R vector is equal to I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap plus t into 4i cap plus 5j cap minus 7k cap. So this is the parametric form. So second one we will see the non-parametric form. So non-parametric. So non-parametric form, the equation is R vector minus A vector cross B vector is equal to 0. So again you take and write R vector minus A vector. A vector is I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap cross B vector. So B vector is 4i cap plus 5j cap minus 7k cap is equal to 0. So this is non-parametric form. Then the third one is Cartesian form. So Cartesian form is x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by b3. So here what is x1, y1, z1? It is equal to 1, 2, minus 3. And what is b1, b2, b3? It is 4, 5, minus 7. So what is the Cartesian form? X minus 1 by 4 is equal to y minus 2 by 5 is equal to z plus 3 by minus 7. So the similar question is the first one in exercise 6.4. Exercise 6.4. First question is a similar one. So you can take it for homework. Only difference is the point is given as a vector there. So you can do it. Okay, first one can be done for homework. Then we'll go to the second example, next one. Example 6.5. Example 6.25. The vector equation in parametric form of a line is R vector is equal to 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 6k cap plus t into 2i cap minus j cap plus 3k cap. So first one is asked to find the direction cosines of the straight line. Then second one, vector equation in non-parametric form of the line. And third one is Cartesian equation of the line. So first we will find the direction cosines. So here what is A vector? A vector is equal to 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 6k cap. And B vector is equal to 2i cap minus j cap plus 3k cap. So now we have to find the direction ratios. So what are the direction ratios here? So direction ratios are 2, minus 1, 3. So this is the direction ratios. So direction ratios of the given straight line are proportional to this. Okay, we have to write like that. So direction ratios are proportional to 2 minus 1 and 3. So direction cosines we have to find, and direction cosines are actually x by r, y by r and z by r. What is r? R is equal to square root of 2 square plus minus 1 square plus 3 square. So it is equal to root of 4 plus 1 plus 9. So which is equal to root 14. So therefore direction ratios are 2 by root 14 comma minus 1 by root 14 comma 3 by root 14. Then the second one is asked to find the vector equation in non-parametric form. Vector equation in non-parametric form. Vector equation in non-parametric form. So we have to write the vector equation without parameters. So that is r vector minus a vector cross b vector is equal to 0. So we have r vector minus a vector we have already written, that is 3i cap minus 2j cap plus 6k cap cross b vector. So b vector is 2i cap minus j cap plus 3k cap is equal to 0. So this is the non-parametric form. Next we will go to the Cartesian form, third one. So third one is Cartesian form. Here x1, y1, z1. x1, y1, z1 is equal to 3, minus 2, 6. And direction ratios are proportional to, that is b1, b2, b3 is equal to b1, b2, b3 is equal to 2, minus 1, 3. Minus 1, 3. Therefore, the required line is x minus x1 by b1 is equal to y minus y1 by b2 is equal to z minus z1 by b3. So that is, we get x minus x1, x1 is the point. So x minus 3 by 2 is equal to y plus 2 by minus 1 is equal to z minus 6 by 3. So this is the vector equation of the line in the Cartesian form. So second question in the exercise, you can do it for homework. So second question, a point is given and parallel to the straight line. So from there you have to take only the direction ratios, that is minus 4, 5 and 6. Then coming to the next example. Example 6.26. Now 2.6 you can take it for homework. 2.7 we will do 2.7. So 2.7, 6.27. Find the vector equation in parametric form and Cartesian equation of a straight line passing through the points minus 5, 7, minus 4 and 13, minus 5, 2, Find the point where the straight line crosses the xy plane. Okay, here the 2 points are given. So what about the direction ratios? So x1, y1, z1 is equal to minus 5, 7, minus 4, and x2, y2, z2 is equal to 3, minus 5, 2. So what about the direction ratios? So direction ratios are x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, or x1 minus x2, y1 minus y2, z1 minus z2. We have seen already. So here, what are the direction ratios? So 3 minus 18 minus 2. So that is 18 minus 12 and 6 are the direction ratio. So dividing throughout by 6, this also can be taken as 3 minus 2 and 1. So the straight line is parallel to, so straight line is parallel to 3i cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. It is parallel to this. So now, what about the vector equation? So what is asked? Vector equation in parametric form is asked. So what is the parametric form? R vector is equal to A vector plus T. No, here it passes through 2 points. So 2 points, therefore it is R vector is equal to 1 minus T into A vector plus SB vector. R we can also write R vector is equal to A vector plus T into not S, it is T. T into B vector minus A vector. Okay, so this is equal to, now R vector is equal to 1 minus T into A vector. So what is A vector? Minus 5i cap. 5i cap plus 7j cap minus 4k cap plus T into B vector is 13 I cap minus 5 j cap plus 2 k cap. Then what about the Cartesian form? So Cartesian form, is x minus x1 by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 by y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 by z2 minus z1. So what do you have? Here the points x1, y1, z1 is equal to 5, minus 5, 7 and minus 4. And x2, y2, z2 is equal to 13, minus 5 and 2. So we have x minus of minus 5. So x plus 5 by x2 minus x1. So x2 minus x1 that we have taken already as 3 minus 2, 1. So here we can write it as 3 or also as 18 is equal to y minus 7 by minus 2 is equal to z plus 4 by 1. Okay, so this is the Cartesian form. So now it is asked to find the point where the straight line crosses the xy plane. So it crosses the xy plane. Crosses xy plane. So it tells us that z is equal to 0. So now we have take x plus 5 by 3 is equal to y minus 7 by minus 2 is equal to z plus 4 by 1 is equal to t. So any point on this is of the form, so 3t minus 5 comma minus 2t plus 7 comma t minus 4. So how do you get this? X plus 5 by 3 is equal to t. So what is x plus 5? It is equal to 3t. So what is x? 3t minus 5. So similarly, what about the next one? Y minus 7 by minus 2 is equal to t. So y minus 7 is equal to minus 2t. So y is equal to minus 2t plus 7. So this is how we get the third one also. Now it is given z is equal to 0. So what do we have? T minus 4 is equal to 0, which gives us t is equal to 4. So now substitute t is equal to 4 on this. So what do you get? 3 4s are 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. Then minus 2 into 4 minus 8. Minus 8 plus 7 gives you minus 1. Then 4 minus 4 is 0. So is a point which crosses the xy plane. Okay. So always we used to do exercise problems and give examples for homework. Now I have done examples. So you are supposed to do the exercise. So first question, second question can be done. First question is the same as example 6.24. Second question is same as example 6.26. And third question is same as example 6.27. And the fourth question also can be done. It is also similar as 6.27. Okay. So these 4 problems can be taken for homework.